Hey guys, it's me, Goth Tella, Firefly Parker's evil twin, and welcome to day 18 of October. Happy birthday to everybody who was born on this day, by the way. So in order to celebrate the fellow outsiders who were born on this day, I thought it would be a good idea to tell a birthday scary story entitled The Clown at Midnight. So, The Clown at Midnight is about this man who has a son and is having a birthday party on Saturday. So the man wanted to hire a clown for his son. And so he asked his best friend at work if he knew anybody. And his friend said that he highly recommended this one guy to the father. And the father was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a call. So when he got home, he rang up the clown and actually told him and asked him if he would be the clown at his son's birthday party. And the clown said, okay, at what time? And the dad said, this Saturday at 12 o'clock. So when Saturday came around, it was raining, but they were having a party anyway. And the son was so excited that he was gonna have the best party ever because his father has hired a clown for his party. So when his friends arrived, and when 12 o'clock came, the clown did not show up. So the kids got bored and they wanted to go home. After the kids went home, the son was so upset that he went all the way up to his room crying because it was the worst birthday ever. So that night, when the son was still crying in his room, the mother asked the father, who did you call and why didn't he show up? And the father said, I told him specifically at 12 o'clock. And the mother said, wait, was it the AM or PM? Because the clown might have thought that you said 12 o'clock AM. And the father said, no, I specifically said 12 o'clock PM. Like, clown at midnight? Girl, you're crazy. You are crazy. So when they went to bed at 10 o'clock, by the way, they went to bed at 10 o'clock p.m. 2 hours later, the father woke up to this blood-curdling scream. It was the scream of his son. And when the father got out of bed, he opened the door, turned on the light, and what he saw terrified him. He saw clown-sized footprints coming from the bathroom all the way to his son's room. And the father actually was doing something in his head. He was thinking, okay, so my friend recommended this guy, and he had two sons, and one disappeared, and he recommended the clown to me because my friend had two sons and one son disappeared, and he recommended this clown to me. Don't know why he was putting two on two when his son was missing. So when he was thinking it out, he opened the door into his son's room, and his son's bed was empty. it was unmade, and the window was open. So the father was so scared that he ran out of the door screaming, "Help! Help! Help! My son's been kidnapped by this clown!" And everybody woke up in the neighborhood, and they all went out and said, "What is your problem?" And the father said, "My son has been kidnapped. Call the police," which is what they did. And when the police came, the father was like, "Oh, thank goodness you're here. My son has been kidnapped by a clown." And the police said, "A clown at midnight, please." And then the father said, "Well, my friend recommended this clown to me. He thought, and I booked him for my son's birthday, but he never showed up until now." So as the cops were searching for his son, his phone had rung. His phone was ringing, and he answered the phone, and it was his friend from work. And the father was talking to his friend, who had tears in his eyes, and the friend said, I am so sorry for what I've done. A couple of weeks ago, my eldest son had disappeared by this clown, and the clown wanted to kidnap him, and just last week he came back from my youngest son. I told him to go after your son. And the father said, "What are you talking about?" And the friend said, "I don't know who he is, but one thing I do know is that he's always hungry for kids, and he always nails the head of his victim to a tree in the woods." And the father said, "What are you talking about? What tree? What woods?" And then the friend was like, and the friend repeated himself, "I don't know who he is, but there's one thing I do know, that he's always hungry for victims. And he always nails his victim's head in the woods. And he's always hungry. He's always hungry." So this clown was crazy. 2 weeks ago, he kidnapped the friend's oldest son, and this last week he came back for his youngest son, but he told the clown to go and get his friend's son from work, his friend's son, and the friend was like, "I'm so sorry for what I've done, that I cannot live anymore." And so then the father said, "What are you talking about?" the third time. And after he said that, he heard a gunfire and the phone went blank. So his friend killed himself because he just couldn't live with the guilt that he was responsible for his father, that his friend's son was kidnapped. And so the father went to the woods, and there he saw was the head of his son nailed on a tree by this clown. Oh, so that clown is scary. Like, he's a cannibal. He's a cannibal. He eats children, and then he nails the victim's heads on a tree. Oh my gosh. And that is the story of the clown at midnight. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below if you did, and also too, let me know down below if you were born today. So, if it's your birthday today. So once again, happy birthday to all of the fellow outsiders who were born on this day. Thank you so much for watching. This is Goth Tella, wishing all of the fellow outsiders who were born on this day a happy birthday, and stay tuned tomorrow for day 19. Have a good night and a good birthday to all of you fellow outsiders who have their birthday today. So I am Goth Tella, Firefly Parker's evil twin, and I shall see y'all tomorrow. Bye!